Hi, so this is my MVP for my game Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention is a point-and-click mystery game where you get to play as a makeshift guardian angel trying to take care of the descendant that is still on Earth. For my MVP, I decided to create the tutorial level so that I could walk through with you how the main point-and-click mechanic works. So without further ado, let's go. The format of the game is the side-scroller visual novel where you can use your arrow keys to move left and right, as you can see right now. So you can click on anything that is glowing to interact with it, and the point is that you'll be able to change the state of it, which would then change how the characters in the game are able to interact with it. So in this case, if you click the sign over there, it's supposed to be an open and close sign hanging on the door, but I couldn't do that. If you click on it, you can choose to flip the sign, and it'll change from close to open. And when you click the intervention button, it would apply that into real life and change the door from closed to open, as you can see there. So now we are able to access the cafe that we're trying to get into. Over there at the top left corner, there is a checklist that will basically tell the player what they're supposed to do in this level, but as they play the game, they will realize that you don't always have to follow that list. This is because by not following the list, you're able to unlock some secret routes that are more interesting, perhaps. Now we're going into the cafe, and as you can see, you can move left and right into the cafe. You can go out of the cafe as well because now the door is open, but everything that you're able to interact with is inside the cafe right now. So, for example, you can click this sign that has the poster advertising a new flavor. You can choose whether you want to change the poster to the chocolate milkshake one or keep it. In this case, we're keeping it. If you take a look at the checklist, you see that one of the tasks is to clear counter space. So we're doing this by deciding whether to leave the donuts or the cookies on the counter. So you just saw that we're leaving the donuts on the counter, and so we're putting the cookies on the shelf. And since we're changing the state of the cookies, we have to click the intervention button, and now the change has happened and the cookies are on the shelf. Other than the glowing objects, you can also click on things in your surroundings and they might trigger some dialogue that might have a joke in it or something. This is just to promote exploration, and I have highlighted anything that can be clicked on to produce dialogue in blue. So as you can see, that's the water as well. Lastly, there's something they can interact with, and there won't be any change to the story, but you just get little cute things, like in this case, if you open the window, you get a little bird that comes to visit. So now that we're done with making all of our changes to the surroundings, we get to see how the characters in-game get to interact with what we've changed. So in this case, we've opened the store, so then now they have access to the door and they are able to go inside. And when they're asked what they want at the barista counter, they decide to choose what is in front of them. So in this case, the blossom drink and the donuts. We can also see that since we left the window open, the little birdie has come to visit and has perched himself there. The choices of the characters in-game were changed based on what we changed in the surroundings. So we are manipulating what they're able to do based on what we changed. So over here, it's if we had chosen all the completely opposite choices inside and there's no bird, they ordered the cookie and the milkshake instead. So yeah, this is my mechanic that I call surrounding influence, where you manipulate the surroundings to influence the character's choices.